Welcome everyone to Holy Name of Mary Church at Hunters Hill. Our parish community and our community of our parish school, Villa Maria, along with the rest of Australia and really the rest of the world, have been going through a very challenging time over these past few months. This Sunday we celebrate the Feast of Pentecost, the coming of the Holy Spirit on the Apostles and Mary and their other friends, and the birth of the Church is what we remember from this event. It's a moment of great hope for us and great joy. We gather tonight to give thanks for our wonderful community here. I'm looking around our church at the moment, which has pictures that so many of you have sent in of your wonderful families. And they're sitting on the seats that, please God, many of you will be sitting on again before too long. We look forward to celebrating with you face to face very soon. But in the meantime, we gather to celebrate Pentecost, to give thanks for each other, to renew our hope in God's promises of life, to pray for the well-being of our world and our community at this very challenging time for all of us. As a reminder that you are here with us in spirit and that we are with you in spirit, we're going to light a candle around the church representing our beautiful families and our beautiful individuals in the parish and school community. And as we do that, we invite you to offer a prayer of thanksgiving for one another, for the support that you've all given each other during this most challenging time. At Easter this year, we lit our Easter candle as we do every year. The Easter candle is a sign of the life and the new light of the risen Jesus. And we've been lighting that candle at each of our masses since that time, as we do every year. We light that candle again tonight, reminding us of the light of the risen Jesus and the fire of the Holy Spirit who descended on the apostles at Pentecost. I'm going to invite Mr. Kevin Turner, our school principal, who's much taller and fitter than I am, to reach up and light the candle for us, and then we will proceed to light all the candles in the church representing your wonderful families. Receive the light of Christ. Anthony, receive the light of Christ. James, receive the light of Christ. Jerry, receive the light of Christ. Maria, receive the light of Christ. And Kevin, receive the light of Christ.
You are like salt for all mankind. But if the salt loses its saltiness, there is no way to make it salty again. It has become worthless. So it is thrown out and people trample on it. You are like light for the whole world. A city built on a hill cannot be hidden. No one lights a lamp and puts it under a bowl. Instead, he puts it on a lampstand, where it gives light for everyone in the house. In the same way, your light must shine before people, so that they will see the good things you do and praise your Father in heaven.
When I was growing up, my brother Michael and I used to share a bedroom, and where we used to do our homework together and have our wrestling matches and get into trouble in all sorts of ways. But at night, when our mum and dad would kiss us goodnight and turn out the light, we'd always ask them to leave the door open a little bit, just so there could be a little bit of light coming into our room from the rest of the house, just to give us a little bit of comfort. I think it made us feel safe, so that we could relax and go to sleep. especially during these past months. I've been speaking to many parishioners on the phone and sometimes face to face, and hearing of their adventures and how they've managed during this time of lockdown with homeschooling, difficulties with shopping and all that's gone on. And almost all of them, all of you that I've spoken to, you've been just amazing with your creativity and your imagination and the way you've been able to light up the world of your families and look after one another. And almost all of you have shared with me some of your struggles, your dark times, the times when, if you like, the door was shut and you couldn't see much light coming through. And I think we've all hit a bump or two during that time. I certainly have myself. I've certainly missed seeing you all and being with you all very much. All through that time, however, I've been very aware of Jesus' promise to stay with us always, no matter what. The life and the light that the Holy Spirit brings us at Pentecost is another reminder of how faithful God is. And that no matter what happens and what burdens we face, and what mistakes we make when we're dealing with these challenges, God's love will be there for us. He loves us so much. He can't help looking at us because he loves us so much. And he will never turn away from us. And we celebrate that. We celebrate that this Pentecost time. So let's thank God for one another. Let's gather up all that still burdens us, the uncertainties about the future. We're still not sure just what our world's going to look like when things return to so-called normal. We're not sure how the church is going to operate just yet. We're feeling our way here as well in our parish, as our other parishes around the place. So no matter what burdens we face, we know that God's wonderful Spirit will sustain us and call us all forward together. So let's thank God for the love we have for each other, for the way we've come through this in a marvellous way here in Australia and certainly New Zealand, thanks to the leadership of our state and federal governments and our health authorities. We can be thankful for all of them. And we can all also gather up our sufferings, particularly those of you who have lost jobs or have been involved in people losing work. It's been a great suffering for people. And even beyond all of that suffering, God's love is still there waiting to sustain and nourish and nurture us. Jesus tells us in the gospel that we've just heard that we are light for the world. It's now up to us to take that beautiful light of his love and make sure it shines in every part of our community.
have seen with our eyes, we have heard with our ears, we have touched with our hands the Word who is life, the Word who is life. Hear this breath in our rhythms each day, in the cries of our joys and our struggles, when the questions are waiting for answers to call, when healing seems too far to reach. We have seen with our eyes, we have heard with our ears, we have touched with our hands the Word who is life, the Word who is life. In the depths of ourself, when the truth becomes clear, breaking through all our deceptions and fears, there's a joy in the place where the truth sets I've seen.